I hate the fact that I always have to unmute my mic on Chatter. That is so stupid. But so he's been at SiriusXM for roughly 20 years. And now the guy's like 69, 70 years old. And it's time for him to do something else. And I guess he wants to do something else. He has made the actual announcement that, well, I guess he's made the announcement and Sirius has made the announcement that they're not renewing his contract at the end of this year. So here it is, Monday morning. And for the first 2 hours of his show, it's hosted on Andy 101. Andy being Andy Cohen of the Bravo Network. And I don't know if he's also got a show on Sirius. I don't know. Sirius lost me when they fired and got rid of the entire LGBT channel. And then I came back as a listener when they did that $5 a month promotional thing for a year. But then they don't renew it. And then if you sit out a year, you can come back and do another year at $5 a month. And of course, this most recent time around, it was $7 a month. And I'm like, look, if you can do it for that year at $5 or $7 a month, you don't need to be charging me $20. I'm not paying whatever $300 a year to listen to one network. That's ridiculous. I don't listen to enough of the different channels for it to be worth my money. So, yeah, and that's a business model and a concept that we're taking with us into our streaming packages, our business phone. We're off the air at 1 o'clock today, as usual. And at 1:30, after I suck down a baked potato, I'm going to be on a call with another company. Crexendo is not going to work out. The package that I would have had, I would have been fine with for me as a user. But I told the girl up front that I want to be a white label reseller. I want to add business phone service to my list of services at Mastiff.Media. And she pushed me right away into being a networking reseller, meaning that all I do is make the intro to her. She gets the commission, but I get this one fat one-time check. That's not what I'm doing. I'm setting up residual income so that when ad sales are down, businesses are going to need their business phone line. But no, she wants me to be satisfied with one check and done. So I liked what the company had to offer. Otherwise, I went to the website and scheduled a meeting with another salesperson who sells the partner deals. So that, okay, here we are. Yeah, I'm going to get set up and we're going to, keep moving along. Maybe I'll leave my new account with Crescendo with that previous, because she did some work for me, in setting things up, but she's got to understand I don't work for her. And that's essentially the email I'm going to send her later today, finding her, giving her the thanks, but no thanks. And that's what she wanted me to do. Well, turns out this other lady was no different. It's just a slightly different package. But with that package, I've got to be able to sell 5 or more seats per account, meaning these small businesses that I'm looking to network with need to have at least 5 employees who are each going to be getting their own extension. Like, tell that to Momentum Fitness and Wellness, who's been a supporter of mine here for the past 2 years, who's got one phone line for his whole gym. You got to buy 4 others so you can do business with me. And at that number, I don't get the residual commission. No, actually, I do. I do get the residual commission. I just don't get the one-time big fee until there's 10 seats. And I'm like, what small business is that big that doesn't already have phone service? These deals are setting people up to fail. So I kept looking, and I'm still looking. Today at 1:30, I've got a video call where I'm actually going to be able to see this next company's platform. And that's a company called Viirtu. Viirtue. And they're right here in Florida. In fact, they're right here in the Tampa Bay area. So that's already points. What I've seen on the website looks equally as user-friendly. Look, Crexendo, for the end user, was a much more user-friendly system than 3CX is, our current system. By the way, it says the phone lines are open. They're not open yet. Let me finish getting set up here. There's WhatsApp. Here comes the Australian lines. Give us a call. Here comes our toll-free numbers. I think. No, actually. Yeah, there we go. They're ready. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's me. Why has that been happening too? Every time I log on now, I call myself with this new system. Or with not the new system, but the current system, the seamless communications. Seamless seems to have lots of problems. And that's the thing, is that Dar from Seamless Communications has been in telecommunications his whole career. That's what he does. And he can't get a lot of our things to work properly. How am I supposed to do it? So, oh, that's the video. A lot of our things to work properly. Oh, shit. How am I supposed to? Yeah, there's that. Okay. He can't get a lot of these things to work. What am I supposed to do? So I got Twitter is another one where I gotta, first of all, I gotta undo that, and I gotta make sure that we're on the right. Check 1, 2. There we go. Okay. So if he can't get 3CX, and that's our current phone company that he's reselling, if he can't get that to work, how am I supposed to get it to work when a client has an issue? So it's not going to be 3CX. And as such, as soon as I get set up with whoever the next company is, it's not going to be Seamless Communications anymore either. He is wanting to retire. So I'm going to tell him, look, I'll buy your client list if they come over. And maybe I'll set like a residual up with him. If they come over. But I'm not going to pay for his whole company for them to say, you know what, we like 3CX. We're going to stay here with whoever else the new rep is. So we'll see what happens there. Howard Stern trolls listeners. So as we know, he's leaving SiriusXM. That's now actually true. But he comes on this morning. Actually, he doesn't come on this morning. Andy Cohen is on. And I got that info from Superfan Eric, who sent me something earlier this morning. So like everybody else, I'm believing it. Andy Cohen sold it very well. Reeled me right the hell in. And I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to say? What's going on here? Why is Howard out? You know, he's been there for 20 years. They've got a building named after him. And now all of a sudden they're kicking him out. Something's wrong. Well, now we know what it is. So, goofs on us. And I guess Howard's back on right now. I don't know. But that's actually the news. That's how I found out. I'm looking up Howard Stern news so I can try to get the updates on this. And well, I got the update all right. Hook, line, and sinker. I need to share one more thing here. So yeah, I got an update all right. Hook, line, and sinker. There we go. All right. So Biz Growth Collective, Chatter, all the socials as usual. YouTube, Talk TV 24. I think I'm on both of them. I got to go down this list here. We were having an issue on Media CP, but I think that's resolved. I just got to re-add whatever YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to do it, honestly. YouTube, Sportcat told me YouTube is doing something with, if they don't like the video that you've got up, they reserve the right to change it to include the title of the video. And I'm like, I'm not going to support this type of censorship. I don't care if they're doing it. Listeners and viewers need to also accept a certain level of responsibility. I've been saying that. Do your homework, right? So for YouTube I just think it sets an opportunity for failure. I don't know. We'll talk more about that later. DLive, Instagram, Telegram. That's a unique group there. Unable to connect to Up the Middle and Forward Radio. I think that's because they might be over here. Facebook, Yerg's Radio, my personal profile. Nope. Well, forward radio they can't connect to because I don't think I have enough on that one. Or maybe that's the one that I do. I don't know. But then we're on up the middle, YouTube there as well. Twitter. And I guess that's it. Yeah, so a Restream is ending at the end of this month. In about 2 weeks. It's actually towards the end of the month. It's like the 22nd, I think it is. So, oh, God. Itch. I should probably also text Jane, tell her that Restream is still fine. I don't know if she's actually going to be able to use Google because I didn't re-up that. I didn't re-up that for Google Work or whatever they call it. I want to, but I've just been too busy. I'm cutting back on a lot of different things that cost money that I don't need. I just dumped Apple. I don't have Apple TV anymore. They went from $10 a month to $13 a month. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not paying that to really not use it. All right. Some quick news items. Let's get that back to the beginning so I can. First, we talked about Howard Stern. Joke's on us. And well done. Go out with a bang. Well done, dude. You had me reeled in. I know it's not saying much, but he did it. Why are we still not having Australia phone numbers up? There we go. So Howard wrapping up the career, I guess. I mean, was there actually an announcement? Does anybody know? Or is there going to be one coming? Stern and SiriusXM are set to part ways at the end of this contract, which is at the end of this year. The Powerball that was pushing 1.7 billion actually reached 1.8 over the weekend. And there were two winners that'll be splitting that, one in Missouri, one in Texas. I'll tell you where one was not, here in Hudson, Florida. Apparently, Trump is still not in Chicago, despite Facebook claims that today's the day. Actually, overnight was supposed to be the day. Also, some more legal losses over the weekend for Trump. Like I said, the Crexendo deal with Mastiff.Media fell through. It will be in talks after the show today with a company called Viirtu. More on that tomorrow. So let's get into the legal things that we talked about for Trump and these wins. Actually, I want to see. So he returns after trolling listeners. What I want to know is there actually so Lahoud, all these other networks, AP, New York Post, says that he's retiring, but today was just a goof. Okay. But Lahoud is saying something different, at least in the headlines. Don't touch that dial. New York's favorite shock jock and king of all media isn't going anywhere. Amid swirling tabloid rumors that Howard Stern's longtime satellite radio show on Sirius, as well as his channels Howard 100 and 101, were canceled, listeners can breathe a sigh of relief. On the September 8th broadcast of the Howard Stern Show, the host let readers know the rumor simply aren't true. Reported by USA Today. And of course, Lahoud requires me to have a membership, so fuck them. Let's try to get the most recent. So let's see what Fox has to say. This according to Fox News. Howard Stern reveals he's still with Sirius after faking out listeners. Andy Cohen pranked listeners that he would be taking over Stern's show in a planned gag. Well done. I fell for it. I thought that was cool. Radio host Howard said Monday he is staying with SiriusXM following months of speculation about his future with the satellite radio company. But Stern's show opened with a prank staged by Andy Cohen, who joked that he would replace Stern with a new program called Andy 100. That was good. He was all nervous, and he's got a co-host too, I guess. So, yeah, well done. I know you're expecting a big announcement from Howard, and this is not how things were meant to go, Cohen said. This was supposed to be a cleaner handoff. I'm kind of winging it. Cohen said, it was a surreal morning here, according to Variety. Stern later joined the broadcast and thanked Cohen for the bit. Howard Stern says he hates anyone that votes for Trump. Yeah. They're stupid. I have no respect for them. Yeah, I agree. But anyway, back to the story. That's an insert story we'll click on later. Stern was originally expected to discuss the future of his show on September 2nd, but delayed until Monday's episode because he was sick, reported by Variety. I'm very happy at Sirius, he said during the show. Stern did not say whether he renewed his contract with SiriusXM, which is set to expire at the end of 2025. Here's the truth. SiriusXM and my team have been talking about how we go forward in the future, Stern said. They've approached me. They've sat down with me like they normally do, and they're fantastic. Fox News Digital reached out to SiriusXM for a comment. The Cohen gag fooled numerous media outlets who reported that Stern was retiring before quickly changing their stories when they realized it was a prank. See, that's the shit that I love. It actually makes news that it is not true. So, yeah, I mean, is there a certain level of fake news? Yeah, I guess so. The Cohen gag, it was okay. The Howard Stern Show shifted away from its early shock jock roots when President Donald Trump was first elected. In 2023, Stern said that being labeled woke was a compliment and has expressed disdain for Trump voters. I don't agree with Trump politically. I don't think he should be anywhere near the White House. I don't hate the guy. I hate the people who vote for him. I think they're stupid. I do. I'll be honest with you. I have no respect for you. He said in 20. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate anybody. But the people who support this shit ICE agents wearing masks to arrest families. Come on. You're not in any danger. I've done it without a mask, and I'm still sitting here. Show the people who you are and that you're a position of authority, not a stooge. The interview was about as friendly as it gets, with Stern and Biden discussing the latter's past football playing, his courtship with his wife, his time as a lifeguard, his first campaign for U.S. Senate, and other trips down memory lane. Of course, I missed an entire sentence where Stern had interviewed the former President Joe Biden last year, and he told the former president he was a big admirer. Hey, there's that part. Stern also interviewed former Vice President Kamala Harris last October after she took Biden's spot at the top of the Democratic ticket. During an hour-long live interview with a Democratic presidential candidate, Stern repeatedly ripped into Trump and expressed disbelief that anyone would vote for him. Same here. I still don't get the appeal. Well, he's our candidate for business. He's got good business. Really? He drew 6 businesses into the ground, hid behind bankruptcy protection, and then came out and screwed people even further. One of those industries was his casinos. An industry that was essentially, in this country, was essentially made by the mafia and engineered for the House to win. And he still ran it into the ground. Well, he's our candidate for family values. Really? Family values, you say? He's married 3 times, has cheated on all 3 of his wives, to include recently. And he's to a point now where he doesn't even hide it. The one Playboy lady that made recent headlines talked about the tour that he gave her of the New York penthouse. And he took her right by Melania's room. Like, yeah, I'm married to somebody else. Here's where she sleeps. She doesn't even sleep with me. That's your family values candidate. You get a guy who wants to get rid of what are called anchor babies. That when a baby is born here in the United States, it's a citizen of the United States. Guess what? Donald Trump's mommy was an illegal alien. Now think, what might that make Donald Trump? 2 of his 3 wives, you guessed it, illegal aliens. That makes him, Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, and Barron all anchor babies. Per his own policy, they lose their citizenship. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. During an hour-long live interview with the Democratic presidential candidate, Stern repeatedly ripped into Trump and expressed disbelief that anyone would vote for him. At one point, he claimed the sun would go out if Trump was reelected. Well, the sun came back up, thank God. With all this pressure on you right now, and you've got to win, you just have to, he told Harris at the time. I really believe we're in for the darkest skies on the planet. Like the sun's literally going to go out. God bless you for doing this, he said about her presidential bid. Well, that's a really unique way, even for Fox, to end an article and not say anything about what's happening to Howard. Let's be balanced and go over to CNN. Howard Stern is not leaving SiriusXM, at least for now, after elaborate prank. Howard Stern pranked his fans and the media Monday about leaving his longtime SiriusXM radio show. Bravo host Andy Cohen appeared at the top of Stern's 7 a.m. time slot, announcing he was taking over the channel and rebranding it as Andy 100. So did Stern start this morning? Because doesn't it usually start at 6? Multiple media outlets, including CNBC, Variety, and the Associated Press, published reports that Stern was leaving the radio network. However, Stern came back on the air about 10 minutes later. Is that all it was 10 minutes? It would have, I would have done it for like a good hour. Like really work it over. 10 minutes later, announcing that it was a hoax, he criticized inaccurate reports in the media about his employment status during his summer hiatus, calling them bad rumors. Yeah, he gets like 2 months off or something. I mean, the news briefly sent SiriusXM, Siri is how it's traded, shares down nearly 2% in pre-market trading before rebounding. Somebody made money off that. Oh, good for them. The prank comes as his future with SiriusXM remains unclear after signing a 5-year deal back in 2020. Stern has previously said that he would address his future last week, but pushed it back a week to this Monday because of an illness. What pisses me off is now I can't leave. I've been thinking about retiring. Now I can't. He's not thinking about retiring. He could have retired how long ago? The prank comes as his future with SiriusXM remains unclear. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I did that. He hasn't officially stated his future with the company, but said talks with the executives have been fantastic, and he's very happy at Sirius. Stern read headlines and aired TV clips of networks falling for the hoax. He also mentioned a report about a supposed feud with Alex Cooper, the popular podcaster who struck a $125 million deal last year with SiriusXM. I have no idea who that is. I don't know Alex Cooper, he said. If she is young and bubbly, then God bless her because I'm the opposite. Oh, it's a woman? Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah. Alex Cooper, Call Her Daddy podcast, signs deal with SiriusXM for $120. Good for her. I'm not going to limit myself to just Sirius, even if it's on there, because I mean, she's getting $125 million. I have no idea who she is. I follow this shit for a living. I have no idea who that is. So, I mean, can't be that much. Also, throughout the morning, Stern warned his fans he might not appear the rest of the week because of a cold, tempering speculation about his employment status. SiriusXM has undergone several rounds of layoffs over the past few years, including reducing spending on content and marketing. Shares are down nearly 60% over the past 5 years. Stern left terrestrial radio in 2006, making shockwaves in media and joining then Sirius Satellite Radio before it merged with XM Radio in a $500 million deal. So the misnomer about that, not all of that $500 million goes to Howard. That's how Robin gets paid. That's how everybody there gets paid. So there's that. Yeah, some other Newsmax lawsuit against Fox gets dismissed. Trump's health conspiracy theories went wild on social media. No, they're not conspiracy theories. Have you seen pictures of the guy? Meanwhile, if anybody should be saying that they haven't been feeling any better or haven't ever felt better, it's Biden. The guy looks younger. We've talked about this story too, when it not when it first broke, but when the verdict came out. Mushroom murderer given 3 life sentences for killing lunch guests. I guess she'll be there a while. Give her a Snickers bar. The Australian woman convicted of killing 3 lunch guests with the world's most toxic mushrooms was sentenced to 3 life sentences with a non-parole period of 33 years on Monday, bookending a real-life crime drama that's gripped Australia and spawned multiple podcasts and documentaries. Erin Patterson was found guilty in July of murdering 3 people, including the parents, aunt, and uncle of her estranged husband. Doing this with a beef Wellington meal she had deliberately laced with death cap mushrooms, picked near her rural home in the state of Victoria, Australia, in 2023. The life sentences will be served concurrently with a 25-year sentence for the attempted murder of the sole survivor, Pastor Ian Wilkinson, whose wife of 44 years, Heather, was among the guests who died in the hospital in the days after the lunch. Simon's parents, Don and Gail Patterson, also died after suffering severe gastrointestinal illness that culminated in multiple organ failures. The hearing was broadcast live from Melbourne Supreme Court, reflecting the intense public interest in the case that thrust Patterson, her family, and the small town of Leongatha, I probably mispronounced that, Katie will tell me, pronounced the small town into the global spotlight. Media crews jostled for position outside the courthouse as Justice Christopher Beale took his seat in front of camera inside Court 4 to deliver Patterson's sentence. Beale said Patterson's offenses required substantial premeditation and that she had engaged in an elaborate cover-up when she realized her initial lies would not work. Ooh, busted. I am satisfied by the July 16th, 2023, when you unusually invited Simon, his parents, and aunt and uncle to lunch without the children to discuss your non-existent medical issue. You did so with the intention of killing them all. Crown prosecutions had asked for a life sentence with no parole period, but Beale said he'd taken Patterson's notoriety into account and the likelihood that she'd spend many years in solitary confinement for her own protection from other prisoners. Still, he found that Patterson's crimes amounted to an enormous betrayal of trust, and it inflicted untold suffering on her own children who lost their grandparents. The devastating impact of your crimes is not limited to your direct victims. Your crimes have harmed a great many people. Murder by mushroom. Patterson had separated from her husband but remained in contact with his parents, Don and Gail Patterson. She'd known his aunt and uncle, Ian and Heather Wilkinson, for years, and for a time saw them relatively regularly at local church services. Patterson invited all 5 family members to lunch at her house in Leongatha on July 31st, 2023. No reason was given for the occasion. Patterson told the court she simply wanted to better relationship with her in-laws. However, Simon pulled out the night before, saying he didn't feel comfortable attending, so just his parents, aunt, and uncle arrived on Saturday for the meal. That's a little suspicious. Meanwhile, none of these people are remotely attractive. I'll put the link to this CNN story in today's show notes. So, working on my schedule, today I had to go somewhere. I had to run to the post office first thing. So, my schedule I have at the end of the night is when um, I set up the tone tips for the next day. Problem with that is I don't know what tone tips I'm going to need for like stories. So I'm going to do that first thing in the morning. And starting tomorrow, you'll have tone tips for at least what I've got planned. Maybe there's going to be something last minute I don't have a tone tip for. Okay. But it's going to be one tone tip because you can add multiple buttons to each tone tip. I'm going to put 5 or 6 links in one tone tip, and you get that and off you go. There's no sense in trying to send you 6 tone tips when it's one set of show notes for the show, for the episode. That's everything. There you go. Use it, don't use it, that's fine. So Don Patterson, Aaron's father-in-law, Simon's dad, and his mom, Gail, and Gail's sister, Heather, all passed away from this lunch. Ian Wilkinson, Simon's uncle, and her uncle through marriage, the lone survivor, with Simon having not attended in the first place. So 3 life sentences. We should stop by and visit. Give her a hamburger with mushrooms. Oh, wow. I just want to go through some things. And Darius, oh, I missed him. My friend Darius was checking in on Instagram. Don't forget, we're also on the Biz Growth Collective. Go to bizgrowthcollective.com and click on the events tab and join the 24/7 room. Go to Chatter. We're there. And of course, Mastiff.Media. And all the stations there as well. Cracked my back. Oh, God. So I wonder, because I go to, it would be so cool if this really was encompassing for all of the different. I got to check in with Media CP because they've had some staffing issues for the past couple of weeks. My guy has been out with a sickness, and some other people have been out. And I know that they're kind of waiting on. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. They're kind of waiting on some of the possibilities of getting back to me pending some of their people coming back, and then that's Switzerland. I'm just sorry. I'm looking at the map of where everybody's on or listening to from right now. Send again the Google. I don't think it's on this computer in my calendar. Oh, shit. I don't even know how to do that. There we go. Oh, I know where it's at. Google chat drive calendar. This one. See, I need to send it to myself, then send it to Jane. No, that way. Oh, somebody just clicked in. Hold on. Hey there. I just saw your message.
It's okay. I think I
one
have
Google.
the Google information, and I was eager to try it, but it didn't
me
show
too.
up on my didn't show up on my calendar on this computer that I have that I'm working with upstairs. So I'll get the information for next time and try it for next time. Okay.
Yeah, that might be my fault because I did that during a period where I had this Google Work Office Suite, whatever they have.
Yes.
I had the free version, and I never entered a credit card, and that expired.
Oh, well then.
So that
when you have a chance, send it to me again, and we'll try it next week.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, cool.
So anyway, happy anniversary!
Right. Happy anniversary to you too. Yes.
Now we should tell folks what the anniversary is about, right?
I alluded to it earlier. I spent most of the first hour talking about Howard Stern and the thing that he pulled today. Did you see this?
Well, I saw that he re-upped his contract or something like that with Sirius, and it was somewhat of he was playing with them or something. But that's all I know.
So here's what happened. He's kind of like a teacher. He gets part of the summer off. Which, if it's like television, you do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Like the summer, nobody really watches TV. So the talk shows, the dramas, the comedies, it's all reruns.
Oh, yeah.
So he gets a hiatus, as well. And I guess in the process of about to come back from that summer hiatus, there was some sort of leak that Sirius will not be renewing his contract that expires at the end of this year.
Oh.
Which kind of makes sense. He's been with them 20 years. He's been in radio for like 30 years prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's ready to retire. He's like 69, 70 years old. Robin's like 72.
Okay.
So it would be fitting. Well, that was the rumor that was going around, that he is retiring and that he is not being renewed by Sirius. So today, Monday morning, everybody tunes in to listen because last week he said he was going to give an update on the whole situation.
Okay.
Push it off until today because he was sick.
Okay. So
today comes, everybody tunes in, and Andy Cohen from the Bravo Network.
Okay.
And everybody's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And he gives them, I had it. Let me see if I still got it. I can actually play it for you. Videos, come on, where you at? Oh, actually, Supervan Eric sent it to us too. In fact, this is what he led off the morning with. So I thought this was real. Let me do his messages. Eric Reed. So here it is.
Okay.
Everybody. This is, I know, not the voice that you expected to hear. This is not the voice that you probably wanted to hear.
Okay. Hold on a second. I know how to fix this. Try to do it over here, I guess. Sometimes my board gets a little temperamental. And that's because I have Instagram on another.
Good morning,
There
everybody.
we
go.
This is, I know, not the voice that you expected to hear. This is not the voice that you probably wanted to hear. But it is I, Andy Cohen, and this is our first day.
Is that proper English? Is it I?
Yes. I was just thinking I have to comment on that.
Yep.
It is
It is
I love it. I love it. Yep.
Broadcasting on Andy 100.
Okay, so now if you don't know the setup at Sirius, there's like literally a couple hundred channels.
Okay.
And they're in like a series, like the 100 series begins talk radio.
Okay.
And channel 100 is Howard Stern. But he's got like 3 channels, 100, 101, and 102. It's like where I might go if he likes me, and I can be like a Howard Stern clone on Sirius.
Whoa.
Or they also do a replay of the show. And they do, like Supervan Ken was talking about, the post Howard show, where a bunch of his
Right.
talk about how stupid the show was.
Got it.
So now instead of Howard 100, it's Andy 100.
Oh my goodness.
And everybody's like, what the fuck?
What?
I know that you're expecting a big announcement from Howard, and this is actually not how things were meant to go. There's been a lot of talk about what's going to happen with Howard. Is he fired? I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, except that he's not here, and I am. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, John Hill. John, a surreal morning here. Good morning.
Sweetie, you're doing great, sweetie.
Well, thank you, sweetie.
How does it feel?
I have to say, I fantasized for years about sitting in this chair. This is not how I thought this would go down.
Right.
I feel like...
So I don't know if you've figured out, but both Andy and John are gay.
Oh, yes, I picked that up. Okay. Yes,
Maybe
sweetie.
calling each other sweetie was a clue.
Got it. Was a clue.
The body, as it were, isn't cold. Howard and the executive team at Sirius felt that it was best to kind of part ways now. If you are listening, Howard, I do love you, and I hope that after you do whatever healing needs to happen, you will come back stronger than ever. I just want all of Howard's fans to know you will have a home on Andy 100. There will still be a lot of housewives talk, bachelor talk. Oh, wow, the phone lines are lit up. I mean, John, dare we go there?
Let's try it. Listen, whatever. We're stepping up, right?
Okay, Paul in Long Island, what's going on?
What the fuck is this?
Oh, good morning.
Welcome to New York.
No ending? No goodbye? This is it?
Well, look, I don't feel how this all played out with Howard is my story to tell. But what I will say is I am incredibly grateful for this opportunity. I know Howard may have a different demographic than us. I promise that you're going to have fun, too. You know, later in the show, Patti LuPone is here.
Wow.
She's from Broadway, and much like Howard, she doesn't give a fuck. She has no fucks left to give.
She'll tell it like it is. Yeah.
We are going to leave it right there. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back with more. This is Andy Cohen live on the first day of Andy 100.
So apparently that went on for like 10 minutes. And then they brought Howard in. And it was like, surprise.
And he said, surprise.
Yeah. So, and what was funny about that, and that's what I was talking about for most of the morning, is all the news outlets were covering those first 10 minutes. And he's getting like screen grabs of all these news stories about how Howard's not on Sirius, what's going on at Sirius, and Fox, CNN, they all fell for it.
Yeah.
So,
He's trolling.
that's exactly
Yeah.
what he was doing. and so he was smart enough to get screen grabs to actually like photograph each screen
No
before
kidding.
all the networks went back and tried to change it like nothing
Uh-huh.
happened.
Yeah.
He's got him.
That's
Well
so
done.
funny.
Well done.
New contracts or forgot to so he's all settled again? Or don't we know any
he
of
was
that yet?
saying he was telling Andy how the people at Sirius are really great to deal with. He's really happy. It's time to renegotiate another contract. They came to him like normal and said, hey, this one's going to expire. Let's not wait till the last minute. What do you want to do? And they've been great to talk with. And so, are you hearing some static?
Not right this second, no.
Okay. So, yeah, they've been great to talk with, and they're still in talks. And I guess one of the other jokes he cracked was, now I can't leave. I guess after all this, I have to stay and be here longer. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of an exclamation point. Yeah.
Oh, he's just playing around because he can. That's awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's our
Good for
contract?
him. Yeah, right. We got to hit that first step of even monetizing first. I thought
I think it's funny. Yeah.
at some point this month I'll try to reach out to Gary, who is what
William. Okay.
who got you and me reconnected since
Yep.
high school. Well,
Mhm.
for me, high school. Sorry about that, but I thought maybe we'd have him on, and then also just tell some of our favorite episodes, or just favorite things about what we do each week, and go from there.
It sounds good. Sounds good. But thinking about Howard was a great way to start our program today.
That's what I was thinking. That this
king of
big
all media.
historic change, happens on the day we talk about our second anniversary together.
I
And then it's a
know.
big joke.
Yeah, well, we started. Let's see. As I remember, and I have very few memories. I have what they call CRS. Can't remember stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so, but I do remember our first episode we held on 9/12.
Yeah, that's right.
And talked about our memories relative to 9/11 and 9/12.
Yeah.
Because 9/12, as I told our listeners at the time, was really one of the toughest days I ever had in teaching. Was to face those kids the day after 9/11. What do you say to them? So I remember that one. I don't remember much more. What do you remember? Not about our beginning, but at any episode.
Well, our discussion about that, yeah. And the talks that we had leading up to deciding that we were going to do something like this together, after having reconnected through when you were a guest on the Backroom Show with Gary.
That was so fun.
Yeah. I like watching them. But I think also, you and I have also said how, regardless of the number of listeners or viewers, as we eventually became, the bigger deal for each of us was almost that it was therapeutic. That our discussion,
exactly,
each episode was really therapeutic for each of us.
Yep. Yeah.
And, I got to restart something. There we go. And it was very therapeutic for each of us to be working together and just to sit and talk. And I feel very much that same way. There's things that, I wish would be different, as far as like the house and the floods and things like that.
Relationships. Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of becoming used to being single, and that's become a given.
Well, I was thinking of relationships more holistically.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You friends, family, business, and so on. And so you see, I can talk about what I see. 2 years
I think she's.
in what you're doing about it, or content, anything.
I'm still just as energized every Monday. I felt concerned about my own. We used to text each other Sunday night, and that's fallen by the wayside. And I thought, oh, I don't want Jane to think that I'm losing interest or anything like that. So I tried to do better with that. But it's also a night that I'm trying to spend more time with the dogs. And
Oh, no problem. I like to have an idea about what I want to talk about. I told you last night, everything. I'll text you in one meeting this morning. So I had absolutely no time. Got home right before on. Anyway, but yeah, we used to have a
yeah, but
that's when we started together. I to have a laugh. Like about all the folk I thought that somebody inspiring every day or every week. I've run content and I ran it.
Yeah, and I've never liked. You're breaking up. I've never liked
same
being scripted. Yeah, I've always rather just have talking points and go from the talking points, and because that alone, it's just more genuine. But I think we need to also break out those cards.
Yeah. So I had to learn.
Yeah.
To learn more organic in my conversation. And to accept the fact that may not have anything inspiring to say every.
Oh. No, I mean, and that's like one of the things I've noticed doing this 5 days a week for 2 hours a day. It's easier when you have somebody with you because there's something to bounce off of,
for sure,
and something to be able.
For sure.
There's a static, and I think that's part of the problem. Let me see something here. I'm just going to try to get rid of something that might be playing in the background still.
You're playing around, and you can tell me when to. So I came from a meeting this was really kind of fun. One of my I don't know if you know or that particular individual, Tugsy. He met with me yesterday. He's working on really quick 3 degree, including and so forth. He wants to do a video, which is pretty kind of cool. And so with Building a Better Boyertown, share him what he could do and what they could do with their promotional efforts to help grow tourism. What do you say? The membership or partnership of Building Better Boyertown. Really fun meetings this morning. I felt really good.
Nice.
Because he met with Paul yesterday. He needed to meet with people I know. And, my job, I think, these days is connecting people with one another. I mean, I think that's what I do best. So it was a thing next time. Boyertown and the people involved there. And ideas about how to introduce people to our lady that you and I both find to be a very special.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
That's awesome.
So I've just this past week, Saturday, because one of my friends from the just published and given it away to somebody else to share. Else, to connect Melissa and another that might help her sell more copies. So, but it's about Melissa is a print maker and was a folk when last year. It really blew Melissa's world, and so as her grief, she put together kind of in it some portraits and her own, a little bit about her mother, a little bit about Melissa. Anyway, so Paul and I drove an hour drive from Boyertown and attended their sweet little ceremony in which Melissa introduced her for being such a positive role model in her. So that was fun on Saturday. Paul called it a date.
Nice.
Date. And on the way back at Dan's Deli. And so that was our dinner on date night.
Nice.
I live such a...
Hey, I haven't had a good hoagie. I mean, hoagies here, like Subway. There is a place about a mile from my house that I haven't been to in a while, and I'm kind of jonesing and due to visit, that does like Philly cheesesteaks. And I think they are like Philly Eastern PA natives. So, it's something I need to revisit. But there has actually been a change of plans. You reminded me about hoagies and dates and so on. I'm not coming back for the Halloween parade. I'll be back for Thanksgiving weekend. It's going to be the whole weekend of Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah. So Mom guilt tripped me into making it for Thanksgiving. And I actually have the flight.
What happened? Why you changed your
plan? She does this where she does this where she'll put together all of the reasons why hers is a better idea, and then she confronts you.
You're talking about Mom, of course, right?
And she confronts you with it, and there's no opportunity for you to push back, so you got to agree with it right away. Saying, well, let me look at it and see what happens, and that's never a good answer. So apparently my cousin's Halloween party it's not a dress up thing. It's just, to go and watch the parade as it goes right past their house.
Right.
It's become more
Right.
personal friendship thing and less of a family thing. Mom says she doesn't even really know most of the people that go to this anymore, that it's all like his friends from high school. And which means I would probably know a lot of them. But he also does a biannual family reunion of sorts where there's there's
his family. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the Bernhard family, and Bernhard also means Doutrick, like Eileen's husband's family. It's Liz's extended family, Greg's wife, and various directions of extended family, and so that is this Thanksgiving Saturday. And so if I'm home for Thanksgiving, then I'm home for the weekend.
Gotcha.
I don't have to necessarily worry about trying to hang out with my brothers who don't talk to me. I still got something to do now on Saturday, and I got something to do Friday or Sunday if you're available. And because I don't think I go back till Monday morning.
It is. We'll definitely make a date.
So the downside to that is if I do leave, I think it's Monday morning. It's like first thing. So on paper, I should be back in time to have our show on Monday. Realistically, that may not be happening. So we'll see what happens. Or maybe our second hour does come to fruition, but the first one is a recording. We'll see what happens. But
and my guess is that my guess is what? Thanksgiving is 2, 3, 4. My guess is that. No. Thanksgiving. So I would be back an hour.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. Because that would be still
to see if we're meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would be done with November Mondays by Thanksgiving, so that would be back to December already. Yeah.
Exciting about the weather these days. I mean, I'm it again, and so I've been resting. I've been spending a lot of time watching the leaves fall, watching the circulation in my pool, watching us not go, but taking naps. I don't know. The past week, too. Maybe even 3 naps on my day. I mean, it's glorious. And I did read this week for the cognitive health, and I would fit in that category.
Well, I must be an Einstein because I can't not have a 2-hour nap. And it's not on the schedule.
2 hours. Well, mine are 20 minutes. The only time I napped, Amy, and I was in school, and afternoon about 1 o'clock, I'd really want to take a nap. I couldn't. I was really nappy. I would come home from school and but that's the only time in my life, except for this past week. Anyway, doing as Craig is I do too much, which creates.
Oh, you know something else I forgot to share with you.
So there's that. What's that?
Over the weekend, I put together a bunch of 60-second ad spots.
I don't. Oh,
Are you hear me? Yeah. So over the
now
weekend,
I don't. Yes, I hear. I don't see screen.
oh yeah, I had to take that down because it was slowing down the computer, and that was part of some of the static that I was hearing.
Static.
Let me see.
Okay.
Here we go. So over the weekend,
But I hear you
we had
really
a
well.
bunch of ad spots.
So that's really.
Yeah. I did this one. Where is it? Okay, here we go. See if you recognize this. What do you think of this?
Okay.
Have you been around Boyertown lately? I mean, in like the past 20 years. At least that long ago, Jane and Paul Stahl and some of Jane's students began selling sponsorships to various Boyertown businesses. Each one purchased a bear statue, and then each was designed and painted by the sponsor and a local artist. That was some 20 years ago. Now, they are not only all over Boyertown, but all over the country. And you can track them down and hunt them, like amazing pieces of art should be. Buy the newly released book, Bear Fever, It's Catching. Chapter 1 written and edited by Diane O'Sullivan. Use the link at Mastiff.Media by going to www.Mastiff.Media/sponsors and find the Bear Fever link. That's www.Mastiff.Media/sponsors in conjunction with Studio B Art Gallery, Boyertown, Pennsylvania, and Mastiff.Media. What do you think?
That's fantastic. Oh my God, thank you so much.
So what I'm going to do
This is absolutely
for there's a bunch of sponsors like that I've got that don't necessarily have a way to do it. I'm just going to have them do it the way you and I did it. I'm going to send them to the. Did I go to the Studio B website and do a donation? And,
Yes.
and then I'll say, donate this for the book and this for shipping, and Jane will send it to you from Studio B. Yeah.
Very yes.
There's another one.
Perfect.
There's another one.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's another one. You remember the bourbon smoker, that little wooden disc that had the screen in the center of it that I showed you that?
Yes.
That guy doesn't have a website either. He just has an Instagram page. So I'm sending everybody to our website, and then I'll just put the more detailed information on a page for him too. So, yeah, I did like 4.
Very good.
Weekend.
Thank you very, very much.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. So that'll be airing.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Our second of the first Bear Fever It's Catching booklets within 24 hours. Ordered a second printing, just about out of those as well. And after a while, I know you saturate your market and whatnot, but we'll probably third printing for anybody who is interested in gift for a holiday present. So,
well, I mean, that's
anyway.
I'll do.
It's been a very successful thing, and last week, many hours, my final report for the grant that's just the Berks County Community Foundation, and lots and lots of photos in it as well, just to wrap three bears. Anyway, I got email just morning from the grant liaison at Berks County Communication, enjoying the article, seeing all the photos. So,
very cool.
I'm in this of writing another grant application next year. I did the one months ago. Now I'm hopefully applied for a grant. I'm in the process of putting that together. And
I can
it's so
imagine.
daunting, and you started. Anyway, I'm in the middle of that. And then, sharing this with you. After that, I need to prepare my letter and bond with donate, because, philanthropic giving, because of the challenges of our current economic, philanthropic giving is great. I'm hoping folks will take on Studio B this year. A tough year in terms of special. So anyway.
Oh, wow.
There's some great art in the studio. Yeah.
You guys just launched another show last week or the week before, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
What is that one?
It's called Life.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Go ahead.
Life. And so it's written in a variety of ways to life, some to nature. There's showcased life as being a planet, and there are various that responded to the prompt. Was great, which is really great. And I'm in the process now, and I'm in the process now of putting together a Sunday series of presentations at Studio B, writers, artists of one kind or another. And I'm hopeful that my friend Barrett or Diane present on neuro as
Well,
and I'm so invited to play meet and greet. So I'm not sure I'll follow through with it. I'm so maybe I'll get it. So, anyway.
Very cool. You've had
a lot of
You've had like a speaker series.
And
oh, you're cutting in and out. Mm-hmm. Sorry, it sounds like you're stopping, and I don't realize that you're not.
I them every now and then. I run them, and I try to just do a series of Sunday afternoon or in the schedule where people aren't, holidays or stuck in the snow or,
Right.
So it's hard sometimes to find the right time.
Yeah. So has it always been actual artists from the gallery, or do you branch out in like some other direction? Because I know you've got to watch with what you branch into.
If I branch, sometimes, I bring all kinds of art, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
And many people I meet are and really good, engaging. I do everybody is, I have to be a little careful about whom I invite. Yeah. And I want Rosser to come and talk about her new book. She has not responded yet. So she said she's sort of busy. Maybe I have to move on. So
yeah. Well, I know you also said that there's certain things you have to watch for with the grants that you get. Like you can't get political and
yes, I can't do politics. Yeah. Politics, because some of our political people do politics on not
right.
to. I politics because that's an area I think to. I know my opinion because again they respect me. Maybe they be interested in my opinion, so I give it on. But I stay away from any other kind of your feel giving my opinion on a lot. I tell you whom I like in politics, but I don't store information that I can be really helpful like you because you have all those details and all that in your head and can share them.
It gets old.
So.
It gets old.
I want to go there. It's as all get out.
That's probably a better way to say it. I was thinking about because this is a difficult time of day to get an American audience. Yeah, this is a difficult time of day right now because everybody's at work.
Okay.
If I were to do this in the evening or even night, people are sitting at home doing nothing.
Right.
But I was contemplating that.
That's kind. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was contemplating it, and I'm thinking about this as I'm walking out to the van, and I go to get in the minivan, and I go, God damn it, I can't change it. Because on the whole middle side of each side of the minivan is a rap section dedicated just to up the middle. And there are so many things on the minivan that are already outdated that need to be changed. That's like I got to do the whole van over again if I change the time of when I do the show. Because it says 11 to 1.
Yeah.
And God damn it, I can't change it. I don't use those letters anymore. Some stations are anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck. I'm stuck right here.
You are. Yes.
It means we dig our heels in.
I'm curious what happened to our superfan Ken. To us, and he just is responding. But if he is,
I'm getting people to get out of the chat, and I had to. The soundboard is there's something bouncing back and forth with one of our telephone lines. It's like muting itself and then turning itself back on. And I went into while I had you take over for a minute. I went into some of the back end, the settings, and thought I fixed it, but it's not. It's not changing, and it's not resetting on the sound. So I don't know what else I can do, but everything else is set up okay. Everything else is set up okay. It's just that on the mixer, I need to go to the one system that monitor. It's actually the Australian phone lines, and I've programmed it so that it's a different spot, and it shouldn't be doing what it's doing on the soundboard. But I've restarted the soundboard, which can happen in a fraction of a second, and rebooting it. That didn't fix it. So I don't know. After the show, I'll turn it off and turn it back on, and everything will be fine. Of course, the show will be over by that point, so not a big help.
Right.
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 It kind of, I don't do this, but it's kind of inspiring me to have a physical soundboard for a lot of the different things, and that would fix some of the problems.
Okay.
But then I got shit on my desk that I don't want. I love having
And
a coffee mug, a mouse, and a keyboard, and that's it. And that's it. So I don't know. But what's the plans for the rest of the day?
All kinds of stuff for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of excited about this. On Wednesday, being with an artist and with Jeff and a sponsor for there. And
Nice.
the sponsor is Inquiry.
Oh yeah.
And several years ago, I took a tour with, and it was
Mm-hmm.
and it was one of my favorite experiences because I learned so much quarries. I learned about machines. I mean, I learned about so many different things, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, bright day. And like I said, I really enjoyed that. And if there's anybody else ever who wants to take a tour, to take them on it, I want to set that up for Bob Hawkins and for my friend Bob Wood, because they were very interested. I did. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. That should be fun. I'm also looking forward to, again, making a connection and Jeff Graber of Graber Letter, because I think Bob will be very helpful to Jeff when he gets behind in painting.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps Bob will be able to help him get them. I don't know. That's one of the, and then I have a meeting with my financial advisor that I'm never looking forward to. It's like going to the dentist.
Oh yeah.
Literally hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So I have that tomorrow, I think, and Rod Martin, etc. on Wednesday. And then the rest of the week, I've been trying to make fewer plans these days so I can nap.
Yeah. Hey, smart. How much longer do you have with the pool before that ends for the year?
How
much longer do you have with the pool before that ends for the year?
The pool. It closes October 2nd. I'll be ready. You know, for things like I the summer, but whenever they can't keep me inside, I really need to be outside.
I don't blame you.
So nothing in the house gets done. And I had, you know, like cleaning out closets and donating to local charitable organizations, some of my clothes, all that kind of stuff. And I need to get back to time. Won't do that until the weather is otherwise I have to be closes. Then it's time for and so out there stuffing leaves. Yeah. So that's what's happening. I decided today, that it's time for my pot them to go because they're looking bad. I've been hesitant because they still were blooming yellow petunias and were kind of pretty, waving in the breeze. Right. They look pretty today, so I have to empty my pots after I'm done with you here and clean the leaves. That's what I'm doing for the rest of the day. I have a Zoom with some of my lady friends who got together originally and was elected, and we weren't happy about it.
Oh.
I got together with them once again. It's not a pretty. It's a tough meeting sometimes when all we talk about is how we are.
I was going to say, yeah. I was going to say, is there a chair open? Are these all anti-Trump people?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And the one woman, though, I'm really excited for her. She's been studying
Oh, that's okay. Tell me about the Korean, then I'll ask.
You had a question?
Well, I was going to say, how are you
Well, she's been
faring with those?
studying Korean.
Yeah, go ahead.
How what?
I was going to ask, how are you faring with those who are supporting Trump? Not necessarily on that call, but on your Facebook and so on.
With
Yeah,
it
like
paying
any Trump supporters.
I
Yeah.
had been I try to stay away from it. Know what's going on. Read the headlines. I read articles for me at least a little bit about what's going on from sources, but I don't spend much time listening to the news as I had for many, many years because it's way too depressing. But back to my Korean, she has been studying. Go there for I think 3 weeks, but a week or so I said, what have you learned about how Korean people see the world studying their language? And that was really kind of, and one of the things that she shared was they are very on showing respect through their language you use with certain people. And I like Miss Jane or Mrs. Stahl, Jane Stahl, as my students from college used to call me, using Miss or Mrs. or Ma'am or something like that is a form of honor, showing respect for somebody. Thinking about in language is full of those and specific times when you not. So I thought that was
Nice. But, let me see.
Which, go ahead.
I don't have the timers running today, so I got to make sure that we're prepared and ready for Sport Cat to join us in about 10 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it's nice outside.
Yeah,
and play with my yes.
Are you still in like the 80s, or what's the temperature like up there?
70s, mid 70s.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it climbs to the 70s. For example, oh my God, on Friday, Ginger and I were taking a walk, and it's at least 10 degrees cool here in my backyard than it is in the middle. But and so I wore, kind of shirt, shall we say, to on Friday. Well, God, it was so I thought I'd die. So
Really?
but this morning, and something happened this morning because here on my this shirt I'm wearing and a flannel something little jacket, and I was sorry I had it on because it was.
Wow.
But these is where. And what's the temperature in your world?
We're
these
still
days?
Easily upper 80s, occasional 90s, but still
no kidding.
Maybe down into the 70s overnight. In fact, it has been.
Well, my pool, my pool is like 68 degrees, and I'm not, but I go in to do my leaf work, and I clean, to clean the pool a little. So I'm at least in the Paul just shakes his 8 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you not have a solar cover at all?
Nuts.
Oh.
No, that's too much work. Work. If it's hot enough, yeah, happy to be cool. In fact,
sure.
The 1st of July, hottest time of the year.
Sure.
Sometimes it gets up there. I don't even like bath water. So,
Well,
I'm not unhappy when it cools down. It's right now, cooler even than I like it. I have a couple more weeks of playing in the pool, and then I'm done.
Last year, when we had a much more aggressive hurricane season, the Caribbean, not the Gulf, but
it was
the Caribbean hit 102 degrees.
Get out.
Yeah. The water in the Caribbean hit 102 degrees at like Key West and some certain other shallow areas.
Wow.
But yeah, it was hot tub. It's hot tub temperature.
Wow. Yeah, it is hot tub temperature. 102.
Yeah.
Wow. The whole Caribbean. Wow.
Yeah, 102.
That's really warm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Do you have anything to ask you what's going on with you this week?
Quick baked sweet potato for lunch. And then at 1:30 today, I've got a phone call with another telephone company. If for those that do still have video, Crexendo was a company we were talking to last week and the week before. They're not going to work out. It's just the rewards program for me isn't what we're looking for. We're looking to actually be a reseller, and Viirtu, Viirtu, is this new company here in the Florida area. In fact, they're right down in St. Pete, and we'll be talking with them at 1:30. So we'll see how that goes. And then,
well, very good. The gym.
No, but yes, I've come down to the realization that I keep talking a good game. I need to step it up. I need to just put this away, go to the gym, get out of the house. And I've done it with the dogs.
Yeah.
I've done it with eating. I used to just stand there at the end of the counter and eat dinner standing up because I'd be sharing so much of it with Matrix and Shady. Now, go into the bar.
Right.
I go into the bar room. I turn on the television. I watch something on YouTube. I sit down at the high top table, and I actually eat dinner sitting down. And that's dinner, lunch, whatever.
Good.
I eat sitting down, and I take time away, and get away from this. 10 o'clock tonight, this all gets shut down. I don't do anything till 1 o'clock in the morning anymore. And so at some point, I don't know
in the morning
when I still work, I've stopped that.
Yeah.
Like you said, sharpen the knife. 10 o'clock, I shut everything down.
Yeah.
Spend the next hour with the dogs. Intention of being in bed by 11:30. Last night it was 12:30, but we also had a late dinner.
Excellent.
So, and that's got to stop. I had to get Matrix got me up twice last night because he ate late. His stomach was upset. He couldn't sleep.
Yep.
So we're gonna have dog dinner time mid-afternoon, and then snacks and cookies.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, weekends are great, but they sure do mess up your Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, because then I can't go to sleep, and then we'll figure it out.
So the rest of the week is just
must be.
What's near? Sorry,
I said Sport Cat must be near.
He is. Let me see if he's trying to message me on Facebook. I don't have that turned on right now. He was actually having issues with his connectivity too, so that might be an issue as well.
Okay.
See something.
Well, I want to make sure that we are off the on. So
Let me see something. Yeah, no, nothing yet. But yeah. So brain farting. The rest of my week is just going to be. I've sectioned out different things that are continual. Like as soon as my call at 1:30 is over, I'm going to take today's episode, do the edits, and get this back up and stay up to date and not fall behind like I had in the past. So that'll be done today, tonight at the latest. But everything else gets put away or put aside until this one gets up. And then the others are
very good. Very good.
Um,
Oh, Thanksgiving, you're coming on. Did you say Wednesday? Are you coming in on Wednesday?
I think it's actually Thanksgiving Thursday was the cheaper flight. So I'll be there Thursday afternoon for Thursday evening Thanksgiving, and then I'll be around Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, and then I think I go back Monday morning.
Okay, good.
Let me message him.
Good, very good, good. So yeah, so that's what's happening here in Boyertown in our surrounding area this weekend. Oh, by the way, this weekend fest here in town. Weekday night, all the activities and events, vendors, and these for the kids and eat happening this week and Oktoberfest. And it's interesting because Oktoberfest and were at the same time. I mean, that's a
nice.
Right about corners. All about today, so that's a cool thing too. So that's all.
Oh, well, Sportcat is here now.
I'm here. I think. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Okay. A good show, guys.
All right.
Eric's, I'll talk to you.
Get those get the petunias taken care of. All right. See you next week. All right.
I'm Jane Stahl.
And I'm Yergs.
Side now. Bye now.
All right. See you next week.
All right. Was she breaking up or was it me?
Oh, her sound was awful today. We were tripping over each other.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't me.
I think I got to invest in getting her better internet or something. But yeah, what's happening with you?
Not much. Why can I not see you on screen?
So I don't know what it is, but same thing with you, because this is not my primary broadcast anymore. And by the way, sometime this week we'll have to do like a sound check with Google Meet, because that's what you'll be using starting next week. Actually, you're out next week, so when you come back from the kiddies, we'll be switching to Google Meet.
Okay.
So yeah,
sounds good.
That I got a big call today with a phone company. The one we talked to in the past isn't going to work out, so still looking. And this one is based out of St. Pete, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's better.
When things are close.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about time zones and accents, and yeah, it's good. So,
well, not only that, if there's something that I actually have to go wrench on, they're down in St. Pete. They're an hour drive away.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm ready. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I got up and I think I got everything set up. So,
Okay.
I mean, there's only one way to find out, and that's just trial
Yeah.
by fire. But,
Well, let me do some quick goodbyes here, and I'll cut the main feed, which is what I have to do now for you. So that's it. Howard Stern is not off. He is back this week, and we want to thank Andy Cohen for making an ass out of all of us. And yeah, the $1.8 billion is gone, split between Missouri and Texas. And so we got to wait for the Mega Millions, which is at about 400 million, to grow. And then I'll start playing again. We'll see what happens.
Do you only play when it's in billions?
I used to, when the others were in like the millions. I never hit any of the state lotteries until it hit at least 50 million. And now these Mega Millions and Powerball start at 20 million. I'm like,
jeez,
okay, that's chump change now. So we'll wait. And always sounds like a good idea at the time until you get your numbers and they're nowhere close to the ones that were drawn.
What about that guy last week that he bought a ticket and he was headed out of town? He's like, oh shit, I forgot to buy a ticket. And before he got out of the state or town or whatever it was, he bought another ticket with the same numbers. So, and when he got home, he realized he won. He pulled the ticket out of his pocket and he's like, this is it. And he looks down on his desk and he's like, well, that's it too. So they had to give him double the award.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it ended up being like 100 million or something. I don't know. But he was just all ecstatic, and they were like, "Yeah, this has never happened before." But it was
Very
like
cool.
literally a mistake.
Nice.
So, but
Good for him.
I thought that was funny. I was like, "Shit, I wish I could stumble into something like that."
Yeah, everybody says, "Oh, here's what I would do with my millions, and here's what I do with this." That nothing is going to change for me. I would obviously pay off the house. Probably buy the empty lot next door and make sure mom and dad are set up good. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Because that's it.
I'm the same.
Develop Mastiff.Media better and obviously better finance it and better monetize it. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah. Some more home renovations. Not the same damn contractor, but some more home renovations, get some stuff fixed at mom's I'm having to do that we didn't get to this summer. And for me, I guess pay off the 2 cars and pay off the house. And really, that's all we owe.
Yeah.
So I don't think mom owes anything. If she does, it's not much. I'd pay it off too. So
yeah, I don't even owe a car. My car's paid off.
Well, I didn't have one until Tiffany wrecked my Jeep. And well, I was kind of stuck after that.
Who wrecked your Jeep?
My daughter. Yeah,
Oh.
she wrecked my Jeep, so I had to go buy something. So it's when I bought the Subaru.
Gotcha.
You know, I gotta say, as I've gotten older, as much as I love my Jeep, the Subaru is so much more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Jeeps are not cross-country vehicles, I don't think.
No. I mean, short jaunts maybe, but after that,
Right.
and the weird thing is, I have had that thing. Oh man, I think I've had it in every state this side of Mississippi.
Wow.
I would get when I used to work, we'd work 9 shifts and then we'd be off 1. And if you swap shifts or if you have time and you mess around with your time, you could have almost a month off. So I'd just hop in the Jeep and I'd just go. It wasn't anything at the time. So
Nice.
nah, not anymore.
All
I'm
right,
old.
well.
I don't want to do that.
I got a big call in less than 30 minutes. So let me cut
Okay.
this for you.
All right. And you need to update me on
There's
channel
streaming.
12 too.
You go ahead. You can take it.
All right. And I am green. So that's good news. Hello, Australia. Hello, Yerg's Radio listeners. Daddy's in control. So
What were you saying about Channel 12?
You need to update me. What's going on with them? Because that guy is like the absolute world's worst at returning messages.
Oh, I haven't even reached out to him.
Oh, God.
Are you still
He's
considering him?
well, I had sent him shows and we were supposed to be starting something, and then he just ghosts me. And then he starts sending me, please share all these Bigfoot people that he's recruiting to make his hit movie and find Bigfoot and all this. And I'm like, dude, seriously, I thought you were going to do something serious. And he's not answering me anymore. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
I don't have time
No.
for that kind of stupidity.
No,
But he's going down that rabbit hole, like I told you. They
Yeah.
get into that and they're going to find him. They're going to make $1 million. No, you're not. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
I've seen it too many times, but he's in it. So let him enjoy it, I guess. Whatever. It's his money, not mine.
Yeah, that's it. Enjoy. Spend away.
I will say he does have some quality movie makers. They're friends of mine, but I know, and they research with us, but he's not gonna make some, worldwide best-selling movie. It just doesn't work that way.
You're right.
So. All right, man. Well, I'll
Bye,
let
buddy.
you gotta go. I gotta wander in here and push a live button. So we'll see
Do
what
that.
happens.
I got it.
So far, it seems to be working. From here, who the hell knows? So,
Enjoy.
all right, Ross. Have a good day. I will
right.
talk to
Have a
you
good
soon,
show.
buddy. All right, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Sportcat's up next. Have at it. Sportcat's Daily Gazette